I always start like this, just placing my hand on the canvas. It's my way of telling myself, breathe, you're home. Because sometimes, before the first brush stroke, the soul needs to touch the canvas before the brush does. **** For weeks, I was stuck in an art block, the kind that makes even holding a brush feel heavy. And then I thought of her, the girl with the pearl earring. A painting full of mystery, silence, and something unexplainable. Just like the feeling of coming back to art after being away. Today I'm painting her again. Step by step. Slow. Calm. Like I'm rebuilding my connection with art. First, I block in the shadows. The dark shapes that hold the entire painting together. Then I start laying the warm underpainting. Those brown, golden tones that create depth even before the real colors appear. Every time I blend, I feel that old fear. What if I mess it up? What if the block comes back? But then I remember, art block doesn't mean I lost my talent. It just means my heart needed rest. When I move to her skin, I use the softest layers, almost like whispering with color. And suddenly the studio feels slower, quieter, like she's watching me while I paint her. People say the mystery behind the girl with the pearl earring is unsolved. Who was she? Why does she look like she's about to speak? Why does that tiny pearl glow like it's alive? But maybe that's why this painting heals artists. Because she doesn't give answers. She gives presence. She reminds you to trust the process, even when you have no idea what you're doing. Now I add the blues, the veil, the highlights. Each small stroke feels like I'm slowly climbing out of that creative fog. I blend the shadows of her lips, soften the edges of her cheek, and then, when the time feels right, I paint the pearl. Just the tiniest highlights, but they change everything. This painting always teaches me the same lesson. Even in your quietest, lowest, most confusing days, there is still light. You just have to mix it, place it, and trust it. So this is me, painting my way out of an art block. One layer, one mystery, one breath at a time. And now, the dress. This is the moment where the painting finally starts to breathe. These deep, muted blues carry a kind of stillness that feels older than time. I begin with the darkest tones, letting them fall gently into the folds of the fabric, the way fabric naturally softens over a shoulder. Slow blending, small transitions, nothing rushed. As each layer settles, the dress gains weight. Not heavy, but grounded, like she's standing right here with me. Then I move towards the background. Most people think it doesn't matter, but in Vermeer's world, the background is everything. He used quiet darkness, not empty, just intentional. So I mix a warm black with hints of brown, because pure black kills the depth. I sweep the paint across in long, even strokes, softening the edges so the darkness feels like a room she's stepping out of. And as the background deepens, her form starts to glow. It's that magical moment when a painting stops looking flat and suddenly feels alive, like she's slowly emerging from shadows that have been waiting for her. Finally, I come to the face. Here, everything slows. Oil painting skin is like whispering. Thin glazes, tiny movements, the faintest shifts between warm and cool tones. A soft warm glow on the cheekbone, a cool shadow near the jaw, a nearly invisible blue near the temples to mimic real skin under soft light. These layers take time, but that's what makes her feel human. And her eyes. I always pause before painting them. A drop of darkness softened at the edges. A gentle reflection to bring her gaze to life. Just enough to make her look like she might blink. Her eyes are the quiet soul of this entire painting. Curious, calm, forever holding a secret. Her lips stay muted, slightly parted, never too defined. The man never chased perfection. He chased truth. A breath caught in time. A story we will never fully know. As I place the final highlights along her brow, her cheek, the subtle glow on her jaw, I understand again why she's called the Mona Lisa of the North. Not for the smile, but for the mystery, for the stillness, for the feeling that she exists between presence and memory. And somewhere between these layers, between the darkness of the background and the glow on her skin, I feel myself coming out of my art block. It's like she pulled me back into the reason I paint, into the quiet, into the calm, into the part of art that feels like coming home.